What's up, everybody? I wish I had wait, hold on. I do. We do it live. Do I have it? Yeah! Yay! We hit it! We did it! We hit 1K! Awesome! Welcome to another episode of Forward Tuesday, and that is on loop. Why is that on loop? Stop that play. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Horror with Neds, Horror Tuesday. Episode 41. We're almost to 50. So thank you guys. I see you all in the chat. I will get you guys shortly here in a second. I see both raids from Leon, and I know I was just on with the Dooley. So awesome. Thank you guys. We're here. We're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer, a couple news, but the most important thing I wanted to do today in celebrating 1K was to do a content creator spotlight for other people who are in my community. I have 2 threads down in the description below that will link everybody. I have everybody's links ready to go that I'll pull up. So I thought what I'd do is we'll pepper it through. We'll talk a little bit about the news. We'll highlight some creators. We'll talk a little bit more about the news, and we'll highlight some creators. So hopefully I will be able to get to everybody today. I'm hoping so. But if not, again, both links are in the description. And if you know a content creator, go ahead and add them to it. I wanted to highlight people who are either looking to hit that 500 or 1K sub mark, and also watch hours too on top of it. So, couple of this, couple of that. So that. Why am I like all? I'm all over the board. I'm all over the board today. As always, I wanted to put and of course, the first comment I pull up is Nas. I kind of want to fight Nadia's husband for ducking my bone tomahawk request, which she promised me. Okay, let's get a little bit of music to play. And we got and the first thing I am going to talk about is I Know What You Did Last Summer, the review for it. I will try to stay away from spoilers for a few moments, and then when we get to spoilers, I will let them know. So, let's get into the chat so I can say hi to everybody, and then we'll get started. Peepers, as always, my favorite mod. How's it go? Well, you all are my favorite mod, but how's it going, Nasty Neds? Congratulations for the 1K. You deserve it. Here's more 1K to come. Thank you. Thank you, Peepers. What's up, Corey? Thank you so much on the congratulations. Blue, you didn't have to. I had such low expectations for this film. I kind of like the plot twist. Just saw Brett Michaels sing Nothing But Good Time, Nadia. I snuck in liquor shoots in my jeans. I'm so happy you hit 1K. Blue was supposed to be here with me today, but unfortunately he had obligations to go see a concert. Blue is always somebody that I enjoy having on my streams and just being on streams with. So thank you, Blue. You are awesome. And for that, let's see. Do we want to do Chuck? You know what?
See this? This is my boomstick.
Zax, 1K for Natia. Zax, you are one of the reasons why I am here and a content creator. You have helped me, and I believe me, I am appreciative of both you and Gooch always shouting my channels out when I was just trying to hit 500. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much. Sin, congratulations. I got you on the list. Not that kind of list, but you know what kind of list. Sin, you also deserve to be at 1K, and I don't know why you're not a mod, but I'll fix that later. Dempsey, what's up, Vital Idol Raid? Kalka Gamer, hola Nadia chat. Did you see the Hellraiser? We have that. I have that on ready to discuss today, so I'm very excited about that game. Very excited to play it out. I like that I'm playing a little bit more video games on this channel, which I know I'm not totally a gamer, but I hope you all enjoy watching me suffer through Alien Isolations. Where are you, Sin? I know you're... There you are. I'm going to put you as a moderator. There you go. Okay. Where am I? Sorry, I'm moving through. Leon's here. Now I can say it without having to change it to duck. Fuck you, Leon, but I love you. Jake, 1,000 sub special. Get down with it. Absolutely. Thank you, Jake. For you. Maybe take an edit with that edit. No, anyway. Terrence Rutro Raid. Awesome. I'm going to get your bone tomahawk. I have plans. I have not forgotten Nosferatu. I have not. And we here. Leon, I don't know if you deserve this. You'd like to know what you did last summer, but whatever. I'm a good guy. For you, Leon, I will give you.
Que hables, maldito, de lo contrario te arrojaré al fuego.
A la verga, me vale verga, perro. Y cállate a la verga, hija de su puta madre.
All of us three-peat. Let's fucking go. Now you're a total rock star. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. This is unbelievable. Thank you. I'm Kim through. What's up, Paul? It has been a day, guys. KJ Corey for 5. Congratulations on 1K subs, Nadia. I'll take Spanish Chucky, please. Oh, I just played it though. How about German? German Chucky? We just played Spanish. We'll do a little bit of German. We'll do.
Und schmeiß ich dich ins Feuer!
Du dämliches Schweinstück! Du willst mir tun! Ich werd's dir zeigen!
Nein!
Ahoy, fight me, my husband. Mora, Meowdy all, hello. Toxic 1K, thank you guys. You guys are all awesome. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Melvin, remember me when you're Melvin, oh, thank you. For you.
Anyone messes with me and the whole camp goes. Come on, child, burn me.
KB, congratulations from one of the new guys. What's up? Cyphex, you are on the list too, not that list. You know what kind of list we're talking about tonight. Hell, Nadia, thank you for the 1K. Doolies, I'm sure this is Katie. I think that, oh, you guys, you didn't have to. I'm sorry I made fun of Katie's nose. Which was a little on the nose for both streams. Somehow, both streams ended up us talking about noses, either snorting things through them and such.
Stay still!
All right, I think I got everybody. Okay, perfect, cool. All right, I know everybody's. Why would you say it? It's clearly Andy. Is it though? I don't think it is. All right, I think we'll talk about how I know what you did last summer in a second here, but I want to highlight a couple of people before we get into it. And Sammy's got to drop in, just as always, to my first friend I ever made on YouTube. Very happy for you. So well deserved. Thank you, Sammy. That's true, Sammy. The only reason you guys have Sammy is because of me. And technically, the only reason you have Nick is because of me. No, I'm kidding. And Kata. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. For you, Sammy, thank you. But you know what? It's all about...
No, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Out of my eyes!
All right. Let's get into some content creation. So I wanted to first highlight some individuals that are on panels with me. I will get to people who have been submitted and people who have not been on panels with me, maybe due to the fact that like their content just doesn't match up with mine, which is fine. We all are from different breeds of wife. But if you've ever watched, you've seen my intro, my outro, if you've seen the Penguin intro that I had done when I was covering the Penguin, if you've seen Stranger Things intro and stuff, are you saying you imported Kata? Maybe. The person who did it, all of it, is Vex. And Vex is well known in the community, and please bear with me as I am also dropping links into chats too. Vex has done all my editing since I was able to afford an editor. She did my new editing for the Institute. She's going to be doing some clips for me. She's also done she's going to be doing my Welcome to Derry intro. The Stranger Things one is probably the most highlighted one I pointed out because it's the most popular one. But yeah, Vex is not only a content creator, but she is also an editor. So if you have any editing needs, I highly, highly recommend you reach out to Vex. She has great rates going on. If you need to see her work, just in a sense, watch her videos. You'll see the type of works. So highly recommend. She's always linked in my descriptions because my intro and outro was done by her. And I want to give her a shout out and more work. Please, if you are looking, and even if you're curious, right? You're a new content creator, you want to know maybe see what she would charge for your intros and stuff, reach out to her. She's really great. She'll talk to you guys too. So Vex is one of the first people I did want to highlight, mostly because she's awesome and mostly because she does all of my editing for me, and I've got to give her a little bit of a shout out. Okay. Let me open up some of these. Give me 1 second, everybody. As I go through, I hope you guys are all having a great Tuesday night. How was I'll watch the replay, but how was Leon's stream. What did he talk about? Something about cars I saw. So I don't know why this is just. Oh, that's how it did it. Okay, here we go. That's way better for me. That. We're almost there. Okay. All right, perfect. Put this here. Put this here. Okay. First individuals, cars. It was tinfoil hitters. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I thought your title said something about a possessed car. I don't know what to tell you. The ghost gets. Okay, fine. All right. Couple people I want to start highlighting. All right. I want to go through first people who have been on panels with me, who have stuck it through with me, because I know I'm a hard host to handle, and who either need to be at 1K or they need the watch hour. So first off is going to be Our Life in Horror, Sam and Brandon. Her, I don't know if it's her husband or partner, whatever. Anyway, Sam's awesome. She's usually on Final Girls with me. She is a horror content creator. I highly recommend you guys check them out. They're so close. They're at 750 to get to 1,000. So I really do recommend. Their stuff is great, and especially if you are into horror and stuff. And they're a fun couple. Right now, they're actually doing a live stream that they're going to be counting all their physical media, and they have a ton of physical media, guys. I think they are on part 10, I believe, or something to that extent. So highly recommend them. Sam is great. She's awesome. Now, that being said, Sam also started her own channel called Sip Society. She's been sober. She'll be hitting sober for a year now, and wanted to support her on her journey for it. So here is her link too, and please be patient with me as and I know if you're tuning in, usually I talk about horror news. Today with celebration for the 1K, just as a reminder, I'm doing content creator spotlight for those who need to hit the 500, the 1K, or the watch hour mark. So please bear with me. Thank you, Sin. Thank you so much. It looked like you had a good time while you were out. Why am I friends with you? Because Jesus. I've been formed by no wonder, so country lost. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yes. So I'm just highlighting people, and then we'll go through everybody who's been a panelist for me, and then we'll get on to other content creators. And some news in between. So next person is Josh. Josh is actually going to be with me for a tier horror stream coming up. He's been sitting at 566. If you love comics, if you like talking about comic book club or movies that are comic book adjacent, Josh is great. He does comic book club, and I believe is this the one where he does the flop drop? Yep, the flop drop, top comics of the month. So if you're a comic book nerd, highly recommend it. They'll and let's get him up. So Josh is fantastic. So, and he does also other stuff, but comics, films, and television. If that's your jam, please sub to them. Okay. Next person. Again, I'm going through those who have been on panels with me first. We'll do a little bit of news, and then I have lists. We'll do a segment at a time. So Mads just started this new channel. He's going to be joining me for Stranger Things. So highly recommend you guys check it out. Let me put the link in. What's up, Jana? Jana Banana. Long time no see. There we go. So Mads is awesome. He's going to be joining with Stranger Things season 4. Corey is awesome. Corey has joined me with the Institute. Corey has been sitting right under 500 subs. Corey talks to other content creators about the movies that they love. Has movie club, does lunch hour stuff, talks about random movies, and does group streams together and stuff of like movie mysteries and stuff. He's a great guy. He has an awesome physical media collection. Highly recommend you check out. So, drop them in the chat right now. Rachel usually is in the chat. I don't know. But Rachel is going to be starting up her own streams. She is currently right now on the Institute with me every Thursday. She is sitting at 18 streams, 18 subs. So let's get her up there. So here we go. Dropping in the chat. Trina also covers horror. She has a great videos on the Hannibal series. Highly recommend. I think she's underrated as a content creator. I think everybody should be subbed to her, to be honest. I think everybody should be subbed to everybody on this list. But I get it. Pick and choose, right? We all like different types of things. But she is 20 away from hitting that 500 mark. And I would love to see her. When are you celebrating me? Zach's, I already said earlier today. Zach's, you and Gooch, especially you and Gooch, you both really promoted my channel when I was trying to hit that 500 mark. You really helped me, and Gooch too helped me with like things I wanted to try out, bouncing ideas off of him. You as well. So like, I want to pay it forward similar to what you did. So that's why instead of like a 1K celebration where we're hitting tiers and we're raffling off stuff and talking about stuff, I wanted to highlight people in the community that might need a little help, just a little boost, right? And Trina is one of them. I did drop her links in the back again. She has great videos on the Hannibal series and Silence of the Lamb and all that stuff. She is also on Final Girls with me. So next, you all know him, and he is so close to 500. Nick, the Plot Strikes Back. I met Nick last year when we were talking about covering the House of Dragon. He came on, I believe, and then he's been on a couple other panels with me too as well. He has his own live stream, which he talks about masculine themes throughout movies on Mondays, live with great panels that rotate. Nick is great. He's got great coverage of videos and stuff. So not so much horror, because I know this is a horror channel, but he does do like sci-fi, action, and pop culture. So wanted to give Nick a shout out. Nick has also been one of those people who have just supported me from the start, and Nick has been great, and he was one of the, I'm going to start crying, one of the first people to congratulate me. So Nick is great. Sketch is another person who is fantastic. Hold on. I thought I had, let me copy that and put that here. And then Sketch is awesome. Sketch was the first person to want to do Stranger Things with me and do the coverage of Stranger Things. And he's a great editor, and he's got a great ear for music and sound, and he's got a radio project coming up. So I highly recommend you subscribe to Sketch. He's got 145 subs on it. And last but not least, Lord Toxic. Toxic has been on multiple streams with me. He's on the coverage for Stranger Things. He did the Institute. Well, he's doing the Institute with me. He bared through The Last of Us. Toxic has some great videos where he compares the source, where it's the book, to the movie. And truly, Toxic, just like Sketch, has always been there as one of the dudes to support and help me get, like, he was look, my face is right on his channel because he's always posting stuff about me and things to help reach out. So highly recommend subbing to Toxic. I almost said Sketch. So Nick, you just got here and you almost saw me crying about promoting you. Rewind a couple of minutes. Okay, so everybody's link that I dropped in the list there, those are everybody who's ever been on a panel with me, who's been on this show with me, who's helped me in some way. Please subscribe to all of them. They're great. And then I've got more. Don't worry. I've got a whole list. I'll show you right now. We've got a whole list, guys. Everyone else. No offense that I labeled everyone else. I didn't know what else to label. I wanted to do panelists first. Well, Vex first, because she's the editor. Panelists, and then everyone else. So we got Criticalist Cast. We've got Sin here, Ego, Jacob, Beamon, Evil Dead Chick, Cyfax, Horror Cat Dad, Night Owl. Sassy is in here. Miss Sassy Sasquatch, who I knew is taking a hiatus, but hopefully she's going to be coming back with her Sunday show. Joker, Scooby, Drunken Emerald, Error, Theo, Battle Sauce, Ironside, Sammy is in here, Fletcher, Arza, Chats, Mark, the Lusty Bard, Isaac, and Zombie. So these, like, we're going to be highlighting more of these people, but I wanted to first cover everybody that was on panels with me first. So keep not making Nadia cry. Do what I can. Yes. So Nick, you were one of the first people to congratulate me. You were one of the first people, and you challenged me too, and you've been on my panels and stuff. So you're awesome, Nick, just like everybody else. All right. Enough tiers. So that is a first round coverage of people I wanted to highlight. I know it's really quick, and I know if you're watching this on the rewatch, two things. One, if you have somebody to add to the list, you can either go to any of the links that are in the description to the YouTube post or the X post and add them there, or you can reply here and people can check it out in the description below. So please do so. All right. Hey, Jamalama, Ding Dong Bama. What's up? Did I miss anybody? I see AJ in there too. All a bunch of good people in our area of YouTube. Yeah, everybody's all right. Everybody's all right. All right. We'll pepper in a couple more people as the night continues. As the night continues. Let me look through chat. I just want to make sure. What's up, Sammy? Thank you. Okay. Let me talk about this movie. How do I... Oh, I don't like how StreamYard does their stupid new things. Okay. I know what you did last summer. I'm gonna stay spoiler free as possible right now. Then I will warn everybody before I get into spoilers for it and stuff. I was first of all, let me take you back. My cool comment pulled up the gay one. Which one is your cool comment? When do you even have cool? Is it this one? My sources told Zach's old and can conduct an interview. Is that the one? All right. First of all, I have a bone to pick with Regal. I went to go see this by myself, okay? Lonely, all by myself on this. And I don't know. Sorry. I thought that was important. It was just Katie. I love you, Katie. You know I do. I thought, first of all, Regal, I went into Regal. So I bought my ticket to go see this by myself because now I'm getting into the habit of seeing movies by myself. And Sin is on the list too, Mel, but thank you so much for dropping. Yes, Sin deserves to hit 3K. So if she's 3 more from 3, let's get her to 1K. There's got to be people in the chat who haven't subscribed to her. So please subscribe to her. Anyway, I go and all I want is a soda for my movie. I don't even want popcorn. I just want a soda for my movie, okay? I just want one of these cups that comes either with the hook or the guy in the fisherman suit, okay? It's one of the two. Why do I have 2? I'm about to get there. I just want a cup, and that's it. What am I told? I have to buy the set, which comes 2 cups and a popcorn bucket. I don't want a popcorn bucket. I don't want the other cup. I just want 1 cup. We don't sell them separately, man. When the fuck did this happen? So, out of nervousness and just being flustered, I bought the set. So I now have 2 I Know What You Did Last Summer and a tackle box, popcorn box, which to be fair, the tackle box has become useful. Very useful to hide stuff in, put snacks in and stuff, and just put it somewhere. So fair enough. But why do solo people that want to go see movies? Why we got to buy a whole set? That's not cool. That's not cool at all. That is a grift. It is such a grift. He wants 15 people to unsub from 9. He's a menace. He is a menace. AJ's a menace. So fine, whatever. Here I am by myself. And by the way, I just got one of them. I just got the one pop, and then the rest I had to ask for a bag. So I'm carrying a bag into a movie theater because I didn't have enough time to run out. So it was so dumb. Anyway, they're glad I like this fucking movie. I did like this movie. I've seen the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. However, I did not see the third one because I didn't even know there was a third one. Nor did I see the TV series, which I believe is not canon to the IP. I digress. I went in this thinking this was going to be a piece of shit. It was going to be garbage. I thought there's no way this was going to be good in any capacity. Most of these requels where it's a reboot of the franchise but it's a sequel, it's garbage. And I was pleasantly surprised by this. I was also worried because the dialogue in here is definitely more towards Gen Z in a lot of things, but I kind of let it go. So, if you don't know the premise of the first I Know What You Did Last Summer, 4 teenagers. You got Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar. Actually, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar, who've been married, that's where they met. What's up, Arla? What's up, Sam? I just promoted your channel, both your channels, girl. I got you. And Ryan Phillippe, I think that's how you say his last name, which I don't know what the fuck happened to him. They have, I don't want to say an accident, because I truly believe from my point of view that they completely murdered this guy, allegedly YouTube, where they accidentally hit this guy who was about to end his own life anyway. But then they throw him into the ocean, but he's still alive. So they had a split second where they could have saved this guy's life or gotten him help, but they decided not to. Okay, so that's the premise. And then a year later during the summer, somebody comes back, starts killing them off. Turns out to be, which is the weirdest reveal, the father of the girlfriend of the guy that they ran over. Don't know how it kind of added to it. Okay. Anyway. And I Still Know What You Did Last Summer continues the story. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember what the killer revealed, but it continues the story. Brandy's in that one. That's the one she's well known for and stuff. So Jennifer Love Hewitt, yes, still would 100%. So fast forward. This is 27 years later. So it's not really a reboot, but it is a sequel, but it is rebooting the concept of it, where you have 5 teenagers. Well, I would say college age at this point, not teenagers, because they all looked like they were college age in the original, and they were supposed to be graduating seniors. So you've got the 5 minus Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt in this, and they decide on the eve of one of their engagement parties, they are going to go take a drive and smoke a little doobie, and one of them hangs out in the middle of the road at this really bad curve of the road, and a guy swerves and ends up being thrown over the cliff. So they all run away from the scene of the crime, and one of them have a rich dad that covers it up, and yada yada yada. Okay, fast forward a year later, they're getting notes saying, "I know what you did last summer," and they're all being killed off one by one. I'm trying to be as vague as possible, because are there 4 films? God, I only remember the first 2. I'll never forgive Jennifer Love Hewitt for keeping her massive milk resolution for all these years. Yeah, I hate to ruin it for you boys, but she does not. There's no boob edge going on in this movie. She's pretty covered up for the most part. That was me, Zach. Congratulations on 1K. Thank you. Yeah, I had 1K and lost 30 pounds. Wow. Chris will do it to you. No, I'm kidding. Lifestyle. Okay, so I really, I was, again, pleasantly surprised by this. I enjoyed this movie for the most part. I think some people might have some problems with dialogue choices, but you gotta remember, this is for a Gen Z generation. This is not, and they're trying to capture a little bit of millennials, but pretty much you go, okay, so from left to right, you've got Milo, who's the most beta male I've ever met or ever seen on screen. I'm like, dude, this chick wants to bang you. There's obvious tales. You run away from it after she has to go for a little bit and punish her. Come on, my friend. Get into it. There's Stevie, who's next to him. There's our middle character, Ava. There's Madeline, who I think is the best character. And then Teddy, who is the rich fiance that the dad completely hides what they did. Or his dad is also like a real estate monologue, whatever they're called. He basically brought life back into this small seaside town since the murders that happened 27 years ago. So he's got a lot of time and money invested into this town. So he wants it to look like the perfect American town. Nothing bad ever happens here. So he's covering up and stuff. So I really like, out of all these characters, Madeline is my favorite, and I just recently learned she originally was supposed to. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. They basically reshot and changed the ending of the movie just for her based off test screenings on it. So that's as vague as possible. But I don't want to spoil it. I don't think the Christian is really cool as the ghost face and stuff, but there was a moment in the movie where it's revealed who the killer is, and I look back at certain aspects of the movie and I go, wait a minute, how did this itty bitty tiny person be able to take out a big chat of a dude like Teddy? But then it turns out there's a twist to it. So again, I'm trying to be as vague as possible because I don't want to ruin it for people who do actually want to see this. this is a question I have for our Gen Z watchers who do watch my stuff. If you do, and I can't remember, I think this girl's name is, I don't, it doesn't matter. I have a question for Jen. Are eyebrows out? Do we just not want eyebrows? There's a better picture. Look at this. Like, I get it. It's supposed to kind of, Gen Z's kind of copying the 90s aesthetic look. Were our 90 eyebrows that thin? Like, what's going on here? Anyway, she's a podcaster who has a famous podcast. She mentions it like she's covered by Bloody Disgusting. And she's in this town to kind of retrace the steps of the murder that happened 27 years ago and stuff. And she even's wearing Sarah Michelle Gellar's face on her shirt that's right there and such. But I'm just like, who, like, I don't get it. Who said this was, and they call her hot in the movie. I'm like, really? I'm getting, you know how I know I've made it? I'm getting spam comments from Rumble that I see happening through. That's what it is. She doesn't know how to conduct interviews. I bet she doesn't. She does not. This was I will say this is one of the disappointing scenes, kind of flashback to the float from the first one. So it was all right. Here's the cast again and such. Here's Jennifer Love Hewitt. That is the most booba you will see throughout the whole movie. The rest of her outfit, she's pretty covered up. So sorry to disappoint. If you were looking on a booba scale for this movie, it is a very low booba scale. So sorry to. In the 90s, nobody. What is it? Tim teach her how to do interviews. In the 90s, nobody drew on their eyebrows that I knew. Well. So okay, killings are happening. They have to go, find somebody. So they find Jennifer Love Hewitt's character. What's up, Gooch? Gooch, you weren't here earlier, so I'll give this speech again. Gooch and Zax were two of the most important people to promote my channel when I was just starting off as a wee YouTuber. I'm still a wee YouTuber. But they were two of the most important people to not only, even if I wasn't on the panel, in the chat, promote, to tell people to go sub, to help me bounce off ideas, to let me know criticism, to let me be better. So that is why this stream, I wanted to celebrate other content creators to help them get to that 500 1K or watch hour mark. And I want to pay it forward just as much as they helped me. So thank you, Gooch. You suck, but I love you. You know I do. Anyway, Boobad, this is much Boobad. So people are dying. They go find her. She's a professor. By the way, her character and Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character are married and divorced, and they fucking hate each other. I'll stop. You put the work in. Happy to help on. It's like, don't be so modest, man. Don't be so modest. Sarah Michelle Gellar, I will spoil this. She does show up in the movie in a dream sequence for Madeline. It looks really bad. I don't know if they're going to course correct it when they hit digital, but the de-aging CGI that they used for her does not look good. And I know they had to use her. They couldn't just use... I mean, I think she still looks great at her age now, but I understand her character died as a teenager, so they need a teenager Sarah Michelle Gellar on it too. So she is in the movie. Freddie Prinze Jr., I know there was a news article of one of the actresses calling him daddy on set. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? First Madeline said, what was it? I know what you did last summer could walk so Scream could run. Lady, I hate to tell you this. Reverse. Scream came out first. But then there was a news article of like them calling him daddy on, and I'm like, why are we not talking about the movie, but we're talking about stupid shit to advertise this movie? So I felt like that was a red flag for me that this movie was not going to be good, but it's fun. I actually think it is in line with the first one, and it does something, like I said earlier, it does something that a lot of these horror franchises don't know how to do when they're trying to requel, which is reboot and sequel, hand it off to the next generation. Because most millennials will remember I Know What You Did Last Summer. It is in that slop of like Scream, Idle Hands, all throughout that era. Is it a good movie? No. But this does a really good job of not just being like nostalgia keys in your face, but also passing it on to the next generation without making it cringy or unwatchable. Because I feel like a lot of Gen Z horror that is catered to them doesn't do well, especially in the dialogue phase of it. But I digress. They called him Daddy, and I'll agree. Man has aged like fine wine. I never had a crush on him as young, but see him with his shirt off, you'll know what I mean, ladies. So, no Jennifer Love Hewitt, booba, but we get Freddie Prinze Jr. shirtless. Because it's an even trade on it. So, the murders happen. I will like the fact that the cops completely gaslight everybody into this, and there are a lot of red herrings in this that you think, oh, this is the killer. Oh, this is the killer. Total red herring left and right in this movie. And then they eventually get the town involved into it. A couple pretty cool deaths. I would say one particular death had a duo that was like fish hooked, hanged from the like pier of the beach and such. That was pretty cool public display of it. One character was strangled to death. It wasn't, and like when they found I almost said their body, it wasn't like, oh, big. I feel like it was just brushed off. Yeah. And your typical like the hook through the air and stuff, head and stuff like that. So all in all, I highly actually recommend this movie. 6 out of 10. Would I recommend it opening weekend? Probably not. I would recommend it if you $5 Tuesday, maybe. Like if you got a deal at your local theater, maybe go see it then, or see it digital when it comes. But to a subscription that you do have, I will say, since I've been talking about this movie, I am going to talk about the spoiler for this movie, so you have been warned. Let me put in the chat spoilers for I Know What You Did Last Summer. What's up, Mads? I see you. I dropped your links earlier. Spoilers for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Let's change this one. Spoilers for I Know What You Did. What a long fucking title, man. Alright. There we go. Alright. Spoilers. I'm gonna give it a 10 count. 10. I'm not gonna give it a 10 count. 3 count. 3, 2, 1. So if you do not want spoilers, please exit the chat. Okay. So the twist turns out to be, which actually I thought was pretty clever, was Stevie, who's in the middle here, who is an addict who was getting ready to, who's, her life, she's getting her life turned around and stuff. She works for Ray, who's Freddie Prinze Jr.'s bar and stuff like that. So, turns out to be the killer because honestly, her motives are a little weird. So during rehab, when she joined this church, which felt like a cult, which I think some of the stuff felt left out. She met the guy that ended up running off to the side of the road and dying. So she blamed her friends. Can you rate the special effects? I will say no CGI blood. That was a good plus. That was a pretty good plus. The special effects were pretty good. So she ends up wanting to kill off each of one of her friends. And then the bigger twist is Ray, Freddie Prinze Jr., is the second killer. He was tired of the town changing and like these friends screwing up Stevie's life because he's like a surrogate father to her and stuff like that. So he ends up being the second killer, which saved the movie for me only because when Stevie tries to kill Teddy, who's this big like jock-like dude, tiny little girl, right? I'm thinking, what is going on with this fight scene between the fisherman and Teddy? Doesn't make sense that it would be Stevie when she's revealed. There's no way this 80-pound woman could take down this like 200-plus dude. But it makes sense if there's a second killer, which would be Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. So it works. So, spoilers for the movie. It's 2 killers on it. But it really... they bastardize him having to be a killer than a hero. Because that's what you're describing. Yes, they blame it on the fact that this is how he interprets his trauma. So basically, the final message of this movie, which was a little bit of a ding for me, was men should go to therapy. That was pretty basic. Other than that, the movie was a lot of fun. The kills were a lot of fun. I'm telling you, it was way better than the first one, in my opinion. I actually like it slightly more because it makes sense with the killer never made sense to me in the first one. How are you gonna have the father of the girlfriend of the dude who tried to kill himself, who got killed? Doesn't make sense any connection because he blames that dude for his daughter dying a year prior to that. It is worth a watch, but again, $5 Tuesdays or a streaming service you already own. That would be my thing for it. So, all right. On that note, let's talk about some content creators. How about that? Content creators? Content creators. All right, here we go. All right, let me pull up. How many do I have on this list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Yes, I'm a girl. I can count. We're going to pull up these people. I hope everybody's doing. Yes, I'm a girl and I can count, but I can't do math to save my life. Not at all. We're going to do the first page. Some of these people I'll be honest, I don't know who they are because they were nominated, which is fine. I'm totally cool with that. I would rather you nominate somebody and then it allows everybody to kind of see. All right, so first person on the list. Why is this not? Hold on, remove. Night Owl Movie Talk, a channel for people who love movies. So coverage of movies. I did like his intro talking about how having insomnia and stuff. So the math is just fast counting. Yes. Here's his link. Dropped in the below. He was recommended. He is very close to hitting 1K. The Horror Cat Dad. Everything horror. Just your average horror fan shares my love of horror, movies, figures, posters, collectibles, as well as my cats. So if you like cats and you like horror, check out Horror Dad, Cat Dad. Dropping his links in the chat too. So, Syfax. Sure, this said I met this dude in Vegas. What a good dude. He's at 243. We need to get him to 500. Movie reviews with satire commentary on the state of media. Highly recommend. Can't say anything enough. I'm dropping. Oh, did I drop that link? Yep. Dropping links in the chat. Evil Dead Chick. This was actually recommended to me by one of my subscribers a while back, and I've tried to catch her lives as much as I can. It is a channel that covers all things horror. She has great live streams and watch parties. She is also very close to hitting 1K. She's like 50 something away. So if you like horror like my channel and such, highly recommend you giving Evil Dead Chick a sub. Okay. Beam On. This was also recommended. Go check out Discord on Webtoons. As you can see, I don't upload anymore. Oh. Well, somebody recommended him. So check out his links in his chat as well. Put that there. Jacob Ironside. Now, Jacob, I've been on his show before. Jacob is great. Jacob just surpassed 500 subs. Honestly, he should be at 5 million subs. His conversations about movies that people have forgotten. A lot of old movies that people have forgotten. And it's always a good time over at Jacob's. He covers the X-Files as well. And pop culture. So he's live right now. I'm going to put his link in the chat. Don't leave me. But if you want to open up another tab and give him a view and hit a like, please do so. He should be way more subs. I think he's an underrated channel to begin with. So, Left Eye Ego sitting at 316. What a good dude. Him and his wife cover pop culture movies. Fantastic couple. They go live every week too. They have such good chemistry together. Highly recommend you sub to them too. They're sitting at 316, and he's another underrated channel that should be fast. Sin is at 1K. Yay! I'm so excited. Sorry if I screamed in somebody's ear. Sin is at 1K. If she's in the chat, I don't know if she left, but still sub to her. She's fantastic. And look at those anime titties. Now, covers games, horror, anime. She's on Leon's channel, a lot of this stuff too, and dating and relationship. That's Ego. Yep. Thank you, AJ. But yeah, hell yeah, Sin. I am so happy for her. She's hit 1K and well deserved. Well deserved on it. And then last in this group, I've got another group. So if you haven't seen yourself or somebody you nominated, I do have another group. So bear with me. The Criticless cast. Criticless, I've known them since back in my Salty Nerd podcast when I was on with them. That's how I met Blaine. Over there, I have a Criticless hat that always sits behind me too. Criticless is an awesome website. Think of it like Rotten Tomatoes, but you're reviewing movies and seeing reviews from your peers. Has a great aesthetic look to it. But the guys have a live stream that they do, official live stream, most excellent entertainment, commentary, movie reviews, professional critic roasting. They're sitting at 792, and they should be at 1K as well. So please, not only sub to them, but go join Criticless. I'm on there too. Follow me over there. You'll see my movie reviews. You'll see everybody's. Vex is over there. I think a lot of people are over there that are in our community. Please go check them out. It's worth it. And their merch is pretty cool too. So that is the first round of everyone else that was on that list. We still got half of that list to go, which is going to include Sassy, Joker, we got Scooby, we got quite a few people, but for now, let's talk about something else. Let's see. Yeah, I want to talk about this. This looks freaking awesome. I'm not a gamer. I try to be. I enjoy video games. I actually used to play a lot of video games in high school. One of my favorite hobbies. Maybe because games nowadays just don't attract me to them and such. But Saber Interactive reveals single player game Hellraiser Revival. Yes! Zombie Box Hellraiser. Doug Bradley returns as Pinhead. Oh, what a feat. This looks awesome. After a mysterious tease last week, Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games has opened the box to Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival, which also Clive Barker is getting another TV show adaptation on Hulu this October, which is going to be The Books of Blood, which is great. I know Clive is a particular taste to individuals, but I digress. A single new player game coming to PC via Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. This new story-driven action survival horror title drags players into a twisted nightmare where players come face-to-face with the legendary Pinhead. With actor Doug Bradley returning to the role for his first time in nearly 2 decades. Holy cow. They also have a pretty cool, here it is. Special, you can buy, and you also there's a special Red Band version announcer trailer can be found on the official we're not going to watch the Red Band trailer, unfortunately. But this is pretty cool. I like the let's see if I can get this bigger. Yeah, it's like a pretty cool exclusive box set. I would buy this. This looks dope. I love this. The statue, heck yeah. Collector edition box. I'm with you. Take my freaking money. Oh, later, Dempsey. I'm sorry I didn't see you. I'm catching up with chat. Sorry, with me dropping the links, I don't notice. I'm so sorry. Thank you for stopping by. Let's watch this guy. Hold on. Hold on. Full screen it. Here we go.
You have a void.
I like the Hellraiser movies. I even like the reboot that they tried to do a couple years back. It wasn't that bad, but I think Pinhead is a very underrated villain. I don't think a lot of people, when they think of Nate, they go Michael, Jason, they go Chucky. I don't know if Pinhead's ever really one that mentions.
A desirous, gaping heart.
I cannot. Hellraiser 3. I cannot wait for this. I hope I finish Alien Isolation before this thing comes out.
It thirsts for excruciating pleasure. The very thing we offer.
This, take my money now. I agree. Holy shit. I've never been more excited for a game.
She is hellbound. Follow her, for we have such sights to show you.
This looks so cool. I will be playing this. Fuck yeah. I wishlisted already. Now we know where Irene was sent. This looks great. I hope it lives up to the teaser and the trailer of it. It looks great. Oh, I love the graphics of it. We should do you know what? I should do a Hellraiser watch party. We should watch a couple of the Hellraiser. It's been a hot minute since I've seen them. But yeah, I thought that looks fantastic. I'm down. I'm down to clown. All right. Let's see. I want to talk about. Yeah, let's do this one. No, let's not do that one. Let's do that one. So, when I started this channel, I wanted to cover everything in the horror genre. Mostly because I wanted to cover things that people don't normally talk about in the genre unless they are particular to that subject line. Okay. And the reason I bring this up is one of the things that I love is something I collect a lot of is comics, and most of it is indie comics and horror comics. So when I started this channel, I said to myself, not only do I want to cover TV shows and movies, video games, I also wanted to cover books, events, things all horror related, not horror related. So Johnny Depp joins Hyde graphic novel series from Ridley Scott. Mechanical Cake will create title character, which I thought was very interesting. Johnny Depp is embracing his inner Mr. Hyde. The actor has signed on to Hyde, a new graphic novel property based on Robert Louis Stevenson's novella, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from Ridley Scott and a production company, Mechanical Cake. Depp, Scott, and Mechanical Cake will co-own the property, which will launch later this year with a graphic novel series on Halloween. I'm for this. I love comics are something that I think a lot of people, when they think of comics, they think of Marvel or DC, right? Honestly, fair. But there are a ton of other great titles, great publishing companies that come out. And I tend to read a lot more indie stuff. When's the last time they made a Friday the 13th game? Oof, it's been a while. Friday the 13th, though, I learned that Friday the 13th and Jason Voorhees are two different properties. That's why Halloween Horror Nights, when they announced their Jason Voorhees house, they can't call it a Friday the 13th house because that's owned by a different company. So it's just, I think Friday the 13th, that's why I think it's been such a hellish, like, pre-production to get the Crystal Lake series off the ground and such. But anyway, I'm all for this. I like the Hyde character itself. I like that Johnny Depp has kind of signed on to his likeness for it, which tells me it could be future runnings of maybe a live action adaptation of it, similar to From Hell. He was in that, which is a comic that movie based off a comic book. So I think this is gonna be great. I will definitely be reading this for sure. I added it to a list that I have of ongoing for comics that I want. So it'll be released on Halloween. So that is pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What else? Is it this one? Oh, this is great. Let's see. Anybody remember In a Violent Nature? No, you don't, because nobody really remembers this movie at all. So I don't know why it's getting a sequel. I'm sorry, it's a hot take on my part. When I walked out of the movie, I was like, I understand it's the deconstruction of slashers and the whole like monster comes back, camp counselor kind of deal. And is it a bad movie? No, but they could probably cut it down quite a bit due to all the walking. But it is getting a sequel. It's starting production in September for the sequel. Variety learned that, announcing last year at San Diego Comic-Con. The sequel to the art house slasher is once again written by Christian Ash, who's expected to return into the director's chair. Now, In a Violent Nature was originally conceived as a meta sequel with fictional slash series, so we're always imagining mayhem beyond the scope of the original film. That we now have the opportunity to continue following Johnny on his restless walk has us feeling incredibly grateful to our incredible partners at IFC Films and Shudder, who believed Chris' vision from day one. We are thrilled to return to a new chapter and are excited to deploy Johnny as a conduct to further experiment in the genre. It was okay. It was okay. All right. Later, Leon. Later. Thank you. Thank you again. Fuck you, but I love you. Bye. I don't think this movie needs a sequel, to be honest. I don't find the character of Johnny to be an iconic character. In the last 10 years, probably Ash the Clown, right? Ash the Clown was not Ash. What is it? Sorry, Art the Clown. Apologies, not Ash. I don't know why Ash. Art the Clown is probably the character in the horror genre you take to like sit on the mantle of like Chucky, Pennywise, things like that. Other than that, I don't think they got it with Johnny here, bro. Kind of gimmick the felt part when they meet the other actors. But yeah, it was pretty predictable too, on top of it. One for the road. And Holla. What's up, Leon? Thank you so much.
Finger licking good.
Notice I didn't play your foot fetish clip. I was very lukewarm on this movie. The more I think about it, I'm very lukewarm. And honestly, I don't feel like there needs to be a sequel. Put the money in something else. Again, I don't want to take... Okay, maybe that's a little harsh. I don't want to take money away from people. Like, maybe the second sequel will be good. Maybe give it more money and time to expand out the characters. But God, the dude probably, like, made his 20K steps. Like, I remember watching the movie and I'm like, okay, we're going to get to a point, right? Like, there are really cool aspects. There's a really cool scene where, towards the end, the sound goes out, and all you can hear is Johnny like walking. It's like they utilize sound very interestingly, and the kills are pretty cool. They're memorable, but they're not like that memorable, I guess, in a sense. And I just don't see how a sequel could do well. But who am I to say requel sequels are do well? Opinions are like bubbles. Sometimes they all come. I know what you did last summer, 2025. It's 6 out of 10. Some people gave it lower. Some people liked it more. So, In a Violent Nature, I probably like a 5, 6 out of 10. Just the walking, man. I sit there and watch this dude walk. Okay, he's gonna get to a point, right? He's gonna get to his destination at some fucking point. No, more walking. Okay, is he gonna get to his destination? More walking. Ugh. Can we? My advice for In a Violent Nature Part 2: less walking, more jiving. that's all I got. Less walking, more jiving. So, all right. That being said, I say we do round 3 of content creator spotlight on this. So if you are just joining the chat now, I did hit 1K. I'm very grateful for that. And what I've been doing is taking some time today to highlight content creators who haven't hit the 500, the 1K, or the watch hour mark. I've highlighted so far quite a few people, and we're going to talk about a couple more people. I'm going to break the last group into 2. So we're going to do the first half, and then we'll do the second half. Give me 1 second here. As I open up all of these folks. I think we'll end here and then we'll finish off with everybody else. So, what film do you think was better? Final Destination Bloodlines or I Know What You Did Last Summer? Well, Ben, I very biased. Why is there music playing in my ear? Whose channel is going off? Is it you? It is you. Okay. I don't like Final Destination movies. They give me anxiety. You know what? Thank you for bringing this up. This reminds me. For everybody that thinks, oh, you're being a big baby about it. Oh, you're too, Anybody recently read any recent headlines in the last week or so? Anybody read about the gentleman who decided not to take his chain off and decided to be sucked into an MRI and killed? And I'm the crazy one that has anxiety when I'm watching Final Destination. So between those two, I probably would reach for I Know What You Did Last Summer again. Probably would never reach for Final Destination Bloodlines ever again. Though both had fun, but I will say both from perspective are fun. I think I'm a little bit more towards I Know What You Did Last Summer. Just because I don't like my heart rate to go off the chain. I hope that was a fair and honest answer. Okay. So let's get into these content creators. So we have Ironside, who is sitting at 687. I believe needs watch hours and 1K. I can't remember. But fan of horror, science fiction, host of the weekly Rogues Gallery every Friday at 5:35 p.m. Pacific time. So I just scheduled an MRI today. I have to get them yearly because of when I have a auto-inflammatory disease, fractured my back 9 years. I have to get yearly MRIs to make sure that my spine is okay, that the medication I'm on is doing its job. So I have to go yearly to get an MRI. And I have been in MRIs that are open. They're like a little bit more open space. And I have been in MRIs. When I was first diagnosed, I had to go see a specialist who was a child's doctor. So the MRI available was like a child size, and I had to squeeze my fat ass into it, and it was way more claustrophobic. So, yeah, MRIs, not fun. Take off, listen to the instructor. Anyway, back to Ironside. Cool dude. His wife is great. Vegas locals, they're awesome. They do a live show every Friday. They talk about pop culture. They have guests on. Highly recommend. This individual is recommended to me. Bat Sauce, pretty close to 1K as well. It's sitting at 744. It has videos. Is the description. Oh shit! I didn't drop Ironside's. Hold on. Let me drop Ironside's. All that ass, right? All that ass. Bats. Let's put this in here. So Bats, Theo is an upcoming comedian who has a YouTube channel. I like this. Touch Grass. That's pretty cool. More about this channel. Folks, if you're watching on the replay, fill out your descriptions. Highly recommend you do. Just that's helpful for people who are checking out. But believe Vegas local as well, trying to hit the comedy scene. Has a bunch of shorts. He's actually pretty funny. So highly recommend dropping his links in the chat. Drunken Emerald Arrow, host of Insert Title Here Show, Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Pacific. Nerd Show coming soon. Nerds covering the news on Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific, Rumble only. So I like that title. Insert title now. So he was also nominated. So I'm going to drop chats in. So bear with me. And again, the link to everybody's channel, the link to the post that I asked everybody to nominate, also the YouTube post is in the description below. You can go find everybody if you're watching this on the replay on it. Scooby Pop is I first knew her as a mod for Hypno Badger, a bunch of people. Her channel talks about games, comics, medias, and has live streams on it. She does a live stream, I believe, every weekend. It's the Scooby Pups podcast. She's sitting at 406. She's about less than 100 away from hitting 500. So dropping those links in the chat as well. Joker's Voice covers pop culture. a lot of wrestling, does overbooked with ego quite a bit, has a bunch of content creators that are in the community on his channel. So he's a bit away from 1K. So if you aren't subbed to him, go ahead and check his channel out. And last in this group is Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch. She is commentary from a base female perspective. She talks a lot about culture war stuff. So she is right now on a hiatus, but I hope she's coming back. She's enjoying the summer. Let her take some time and stuff. So she is at 672 away from 1,000. So her links in the chat as well. How's everybody feeling? I know quite a few people dropped out. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. I know this is not a normal stream for me. Normally I have movie topics, horror topics and stuff, but with hitting 1K, I wanted to really pay back to the community. I really did, honestly. Like, even if Gooch says it was all the hard work I do, B-sides, yes. Adam and can you drop their links in the chat too as well? I think they're not monetized because YouTube is fucking with them. Versus, what if people need to hit the 500, the 1K, or the watch hours? But every Friday, if you tune in to Stranger Things, you are redirected to B-sides right after Stranger Things. So thank you, Corey. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If they do, hit him with a shoe. But yes, Jamma, if you could drop B-sides link, yeah, YouTube hates them. I don't know why. Let me see if I can find their channel. They should be monetized. They should have been monetized a ton of time. I don't know why can't I? YouTube won't even let me pick them up. Hold on. Let me find. There we go. Here we are. I hate StreamYard, man. It is not. B-roll. B-roll's at 1K, but they're not monetized. YouTube really does hate them. I don't understand. They talk about the weirdest movies, but it's always a good time. Their streams are like from 4 to 5 hours long. It's great. And again, if you tune into Stranger Things, more than likely you have seen their channel because you've been redirected over to them because they go on at Friday nights as well. So thank you, Jamma. I'll drop it too. That way it'll show up on Rumble's side too. So please check it out. Gooch is right. You made it happen with hard work and dedication. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think sometimes it's luck in the matter too. But I mean, I do stream 3 times a week. I used to stream 4 times a week, and I had to cut that down a little bit. And I'm still experimenting with the channel. I'm always looking for feedback, always looking for things. And honestly, I want people to be successful. I want everybody to be successful and stuff. You know? God, if somebody hits 100 subs, I'm congratulating them. Awesome job. Like, if you hit 500 subs, it's awesome. You hit 1K, great. 5K, like, you know, it is hard work and dedication, but it's also, I feel like it's good to be part of a good community that cheers each other on too, as well. Enzo on the list too. Holy shit. I don't know why nobody nominated Enzo, and I should have nominated Enzo too. Sorry, Enzo. If you're watching this on the replay, apologies, my guy. I'll put you on. You're going to be on for the next round. Perfect. Okay. I want to talk about one more comic, and then we'll do the final round of other content creators too on it. So exclusive Grindhouse Mayhem meets supernatural chaos in a new Gunpowder Prophets comic series. Biker zombies, blood rituals, Edrich horror. Oh my. This looks awesome. Can be found in Gunpowder Prophets, a new buddy action horror mashup comic series from Mad Cave Studios coming this fall, and we got exclusive details. So it's written by Justin Jordan of The Strange Tales of Luther Strode, illustrated by Patrick Pizzalunga. Monsters Are My Business, with colors by Roman Stevenson's Batman Begins, and lettering by award-winning Taylor SPO site, Espicito. I think that's, I hope, featuring variant covers by Jorge Corona. Man, I'm bad with names, I swear. Gunpowder Profits is tells a full throttle supernatural grindhouse horror tale over 5 blood soaking issues, with the first hitting shelves October 1st. Huck and Marley help people for money. Well, in theory anyway. For some reason, their help always seems to involve massive amounts of property damage and somehow guaranteed collision with the supernatural. If Marley has his way, a huge body count. They're the Gunpowder Prophets. A simple job rescuing a girl from a backwood cult turns weird, and when the supernatural groovy leader Supernatural's powers turns out to be very, very real. This is really cool. Here's what Jordan has to say about the genre-bending bloodbath. In the 70s, exploitation cinema meets full cheese style horror with a healthy dose of buddy comedy. Huck wants to get paid. Marley wants to kill. Neither of them ready for what's coming. Now, looking at it, and I assume they think Marley's on the left and Huck's on the right. But wouldn't it be funny if the guy that really wants to KO people is on the left and the guy who wants to just make money is on the right? I feel like it would fit. Gucci Knees I know, right? Gucci Knees does got me. First of all, Nadia Knees has been around for a long time, but Gooch has been around for longer than I have. So I guess he wins. Huck, Marley, and America Argentino. This looks great. I like the comic style to it and the coloring. It reminds me of, I can't get it right now because they're big books and there's bigger books on top of it, but Harrow County a little bit. The drawing style and the coloring. I dig it. I will be picking up an issue. So I wanted to, again, this channel covers everything horror and comics is one of them. And I'm a big comic reader and I always want to push forward comics on this channel. So if you're interested, by the way, timestamps will always be in the description below, as well as links to all of these articles. So if you do want to check out this comic book and stuff or save it, please check out the article below. This is on Fangoria. So, all right. With that being said, I'll remove that. Let's get through our last list of folks. Give me 1 second. Let me open it. Now, again, this is based off the nominations that were on my X post and on the YouTube post. Man, it's really getting me. So, all right, we talked about B-roll. Let's talk about Enzo. Enzo's a good dude. Enzo's been on a lot of my tier streams. Is he still monetized? I hope so. I hope YouTube didn't screw him over. He does long live streams too, late at night too. Covers the weirdest topics, but it's always a good time. Thank you, Jamma. Jamma Lama, ding dong bama. I dropped the link in for Enzo. He's sitting at 633. So please give him a sub as well. It is a great time over there. Sammy started his YouTube career because of me. I take credit for Sammy, Nick, and Kata. Sammy covers, if you're interested in Batman, the world of Batman, which I've been telling him for a long time he should have done, so I'm glad he did. He does the Cave Cast this week on the weekends. And he also does what the fuck is it called? Like something in the news where he talks about obscure in other news where he talks about obscure other news topics and stuff. A little bit lighter heart than what's going on in the political world. But if you like Batman, you like crazy topics, Sammy is your guy. Sammy's sitting at 367 and he should be at 500. So let me drop his links. We have so much fun on Enzo's. I wish I could make it. It's just always too late for me on it. All right. Arza Chats, new channel, member of the Rogues Gallery. I believe this was nominated by Ironside. I'm young, I'm dumb, and I'm ready to impress no one and a bare minimum to succeed. All right. It looks like a lot of pop culture topics and culture war. So, all right. Check out. And he's sitting at 348. And then, I love this one. My friend Fletcher has this channel. In I don't know why he sends me things I can't say. Desert Birds. It's a Catholic channel. So if you are a Catholic, it is the channel for you. They are the twilight of the Western civilization. Observe the culture of the spiritual mundane from electric lines of the world. We invite you to watch and learn as we merely anchor. I can't read that, but is loosened up in the world and will reel its shadow. So Fletcher is a good dude. He is the mod over and producer over at Latino Slant. I highly recommend you check it out. Sammy streams are during the 2 and A meetings. I share every weekend. Yeah, I try to catch weekend streams. I'm not supposed to catch weekend streams, to be honest. Saturday and Sunday, unless we have a members watch party, I try to take it off to touch some grass. And I highly recommend viewers, fellow content creators, you do the same. Like, schedule time out for yourself that doesn't involve you sitting in front of a screen. I work in front of a screen, my day job, and then I'm in front of a screen for streams, or I'm watching content for streams, or I'm doing research and stuff. So I highly recommend you like take some time off. I try to not even be on social media as much as possible on the weekends and just like play video games. Granted that's screen. Go outside, do stuff. Zombie, love it. Yes, please, if you can drop her link in the chat too, and I will bring her up too. Isaac is a good dude. He Golden Age podcast live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, as well as videos covering politics, pop culture, news, and more. I've seen Isaac in chats and stuff like that, so please go ahead and subscribe to him. I'm more fond of smoking it. You know what I mean. He's sitting at 293. Hopefully we can get him to 500. I'm hoping this stream will help everybody up their subscriber count. And the last but not least, Zombie Box Office Review. He nominated himself. He's sitting at 11k subs. But he's a great dude. He's always funny in the chats too. Highly recommend. If you're not subbed to him, go check it out. He's a pop culture commentator who enjoys covering movies, TV shows, comics, commentary, and making funny meme videos. So Zombie Box Reviews, please go check him out. And then Love It was the other person. Let me find it. I don't know if AJ's still in the chat because I don't know where AJ is. But nobody nominated him. Why don't I have Love It? Where is Love It? Love It. I don't know. I can't find. Why is YouTube messing around with me all of a sudden? All right, hold on. Thank you. Love It After. Thank you. That's what I was looking. Love It Ever After. There's my girl. All right. Love It After. Welcome to Love It After. A place where I chat all kinds of things. Sometimes it makes sense. What will be next? Stop by and find out. I believe she ate a whole pizza on thing, the good, bad, and catfish. She's sitting at 278. It'd be great to get her up there too as well. And then I gotta find, where is my brother from another mother? Why can't I find his YouTube channel? I hate when YouTube does this shit. Make it easy for me, YouTube. No, that's not one. I wanted that one. All right. Where is Love It? We're gonna drop her link in the chat too. And then AJ's sitting at 1K, but why not? Let's drop AJ in there too. Perfect. And this is AJ's channel. Spot, I'm just giving you all my thoughts and opinions on things. I don't know if his opinions are valuable, but AJ's pretty cool. So that is everybody that was nominated on those two lists. If I've missed anybody, and look, I'm getting spammed again. If I missed anyone, I apologize. I tried to base it off that list. If you want the list, again, link in the description below. And then please sub to these people. Check their channels out. If it's within your vibe, go ahead and vibe with them. Subscribe to them. Use your alt accounts. Let's get everybody up. I honestly want to the whole purpose of me becoming a content creator was not so much to be a content creator, but too much to be able to build a community and be a part of a community. And I feel so blessed for the people I have. I've met 3 of my closest friends, Vex, Sassy, and Jana. I've Gooch, Zax, like everybody, Leon. You know, I've met people, Katie. I've met people who just like inspire me to be better, be a better person too. And that what drives me. And I just love being able to have a space to communicate with everybody and talk to everybody and be accepted too. Like, I feel we all have a relationship that if one of us are fucking up, we'll tell the person, hey, you're fucking up. If one of us are succeeding, we're cheerleaders for them. If one of us is having a hard time, we support each other. So I want to continue to build this community as much as I can and help it in any way possible. So if the way I can help it is to put a spotlight on these content creators of people that maybe you've never heard of, maybe you're interested in talking about like what are some women issues that are going on in the world today, subscribe to Sassy. Maybe you want to check out some really cool like discussions about masculinity through films and stuff. Check out Nick's content. Maybe you want to talk about like horror and look at physical media. Well, we've got Sam, we've got Trina, all the girls that join me for final girls every month. Maybe you want to, I don't know, discuss, there's a ton. You want to talk about Batman, there's Sammy. So like there's everybody that has a particular niche that they are covering, that I say give everybody a chance, and maybe you'll find somebody that you really enjoy tuning into every week. So thank you guys again for getting me to 1K, because honestly, as much hard work as I put into it, I appreciate all your support. My mods, you guys are awesome, dropping links all the time for me and such. Mods and other channels too, dropping my links. Everybody who's a bigger content creator who's always had a door open for me to come to and talk to, I appreciate every single one of you. I truly do. I'm not going to cry. I promise I wasn't going to cry. But that's the 1K celebration today. Oh, Beastars Art. Thank you, Peepers. He does death doodles and his great art doodles. Great. If you're watching this on a replay, please leave me a comment. And if you have somebody that you would like to nominate, even if it's yourself, please do. I would love to help. Are we rating anyone? That's a good question. It's kind of dirty question too, Jana. At least buy me a drink first. Who is live right now? Let's check out. You know what? We're gonna raid Box Office Brawler because he is talking about my favorite movie, which is The Thing. So if you want to get the perspective from a Gen Z here, I know that's a little rough, but he's a good guy. He's really a good guy. He has really interesting points of views. So we are going to raid into Box Office Brawler. So, oh, maybe not, because he doesn't. I told this kid, allow people to raid into you. It's kind of dirty, but allow people to. You know what? Let's do Jacob. Why don't I? Let's raid into Jacob. There we go. All right. We're going to be raiding into Jacob Ironside. He is covering Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring right now. Has a great conversation going over there. Tell him I said hi and stuff. Thank you, everybody who super chat. You didn't have to. I appreciate all of your support and such. And I think I've been dragging this out for a little bit longer. Next week, I will be back Tuesday. We're going to be an hour early, 8 p.m. Eastern. Final Girls. Girls and I are going to talk about what we watched this month, what we're looking forward to next month as well. Thursday, continue with the Institute this Thursday, episode 3. Friday, we're back with Stranger Things, season 4, episode 1. We are now into season 4, and maybe I bought a Chrissy uniform. Maybe I didn't. We'll see. Until next time, I want you guys to do me a favor and please look and don't talk to yourself, but think of something that is making you happy. Think of something that is, positive in your life. We all are going through ups and downs. Think of something positive in your life. And if you can, and it doesn't have to be monetary, try to pay it forward this week. Try to do something nice for a stranger or somebody you know that maybe is down in the dumps, your friends and stuff. So please do something nice, pay it forward, and description will have everything in the links below. Thank you all. Thank you all. And until next time, stay spooky.